y'all, it's Emily Rand with ESPN Esports just after the Overwatch League Stage 1 finals, and joining me today is someone who's very familiar with our victors. Wolf, thank you so much for sitting down with me.
No problem. It's great to be on an interview with you.
So first of all, as you tweeted earlier, the last time RunAway, or this team, the Vancouver Titans, lost was on July 22nd, 2018. So I want to know, what are the chances that they make it a year undefeated?
I mean, a year is pretty far, I'd say. I mean, they look really dominant in this stage because it's the same meta where they won Contenders Korea. So I think the main reason why they had so much success here is because they're just really mechanically gifted at this 3-3 GOAT style composition. As we move into stage 2-3, I don't think this will be the meta for the entire year. So I don't expect they're going to win every finals. I think they'll do well consistently. They'll definitely make season finals. But to continue the win streak for the year, I think that's a bit much to ask.
So having so much experience with this team, when it was announced that they were coming as a unit to be part of the Vancouver Titans, how well did you expect them to do in stage 1?
To be honest, I was pretty adamant about this too. I thought they would really struggle to adapt to moving to America, and I didn't think they were going to make the finals this stage. Like, I did not actually expect them to do this well, just because none of them had really lived abroad before, right? So when you move to a new place, you have to adjust. You don't have the same Korean food. I mean, I'm adjusting to this right now myself. Don't have the same Korean food you're used to having at home, and I thought they would do well in this meta, but I thought there would be some time periods where they weren't practicing as well or struggled with the living conditions, but not so much, you know. I did not expect them to do this well, though.
So what do you think is behind their success? Why do you think they did so well?
I think it's just their experience as a squad. Like, they've been together for so long, and the core of this roster hasn't changed too much over the last, few seasons they've played together. And now they've built this insane synergy that most teams, especially expansion teams, just don't really have because they're ported as one unit, with the addition, of course, of Rappel, who joined. So I guess that it's just they have this experience in this meta, and they know each other so well. And I think in Overwatch, there's less carry potential than other FPS games, and you all have to work as a unit. And in a meta like this, in particular, 3-3, where every single movement you make has to be super calculated, you're going to have a nice advantage if you have that pre-existing synergy.
So something that people also might not know is that the current RunAway team that's called RunAway is also undefeated and the reigning Contenders Korea champions. So what is it about the RunAway organization that makes them so successful at scouting talent?
It's really tough to say. I think the thing is everyone wants to be on RunAway, right? They're such a popular team right now. So a lot of players are trying out for RunAway. I think they had 192 applicants, if I remember correctly, that tried out for the team. When they announced they were not going to disband after Vancouver, grabbed their players from their original roster. So, like, all the best up-and-coming talent wanted to be a part of it. And then they've got, good coaching staff that can basically do all these tryouts, a massive amount of tryouts, right? And then find the roster that makes sense. And I think what RunAway does really well is they find players that work well together. They don't just try to say, all right, we're going to get the top best amateur players and just smack them into a super team. They get the best players that work well together. Maybe it's not the best players you could ever find individually, but because they work well together as a unit, that's where you end up with such success.
So my last question is actually more for me, but it's also something that involves something that you might care about. What is the best budae-jjigae place in LA? Because I love it and I want to know.
It might be a disappointing answer. I haven't really found a good one yet. Like, I've been going around to a bunch of places that do varieties of Korean food, and I've had budae-jjigae here and there, but I don't even remember any of the names because it's just so far hasn't been as good as Korea yet. So I'm still searching, I'm still looking. So if anyone has recommendations, hit me up.
Yeah, let me know when you find it because I'm a huge fan. Thank you so much for joining me today. And for more Korean food coverage, you can follow him at Proxy Wolf. For more Overwatch League coverage, you can keep it here at ESPN Esports.